What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing our weekly good and bad video. This one is going to be doing the good and bad of Andrea from The Walking Dead.
Any sign of them?
We didn't get that far.
My mother's coming.
They're closing in on us.
Alexandria can't get here.
We're going to have to fight.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be doing another good and bad video for The Walking Dead. This is number 3 now. This is going to be the Andrea good and bad video. So, if you guys want to suggest the next good and bad video, it is available right now. Nobody has suggested the next one. So, if you want to suggest the next good and bad video for another character of The Walking Dead that is not Rick, Glenn, or Andrea now, write that down in the comment section below. Any character from The Walking Dead, and we will do that next week. And, of course, I will shout you out. Now, this week's shout-out goes out to Epic Zombie Killer for suggesting this good and bad video. I was really excited to do this one, but a bit iffy on it as well, because Andrea is one where I like Andrea. I'm one of the people that I actually like Andrea. I think she's a pretty good character, but there are times where I'm very annoyed with her character throughout this series as well. But not Lori or Beth type hate for Andrea, you know? Andrea didn't even make my list for the top 10 worst characters I made a few months ago, because I don't hate her. I don't. I know there's so many people out there that hate her. I don't. I don't think she's that bad of a character. Hate me for it, but honestly, I think she's an okay character. I don't love her character, not all the way through the series, and, we're going to discuss that, but, she's not a horrible character like people make her sound either. I think the comic version was way better, obviously. I'm just saying that I feel like maybe if the season 3 version of Andrea never happened. Like, Andrea from season 2 and season 1 and season 2 happened, but then Andrea just stuck with the group in season 3. I think they would have made her a fine character, and maybe she would even still be in the show nowadays. You don't know, you know? But I'm just saying that I feel like people are too harsh on her, you know? She's, Lori, I will complain with you about her. Beth, same thing. Andrea, I mean, I'll complain about certain things with her, but at the same time, I also stick up for her at certain times as well. Now, that being said, let's go over her good and bad decisions. So, her good decisions. Now, here are some of the ones I've gathered up throughout the series for Andrea. Now, good decision. Now, I would have to say one very good decision, and I'm just gonna say this, right off the bat, is knowing how to defend herself in the zombie apocalypse, using a gun, knowing all this stuff. Now, Rick has to teach her about the safety, but aside from that, she is pretty tough at the beginning, I'd say. She loses her sister. That was obviously a huge moment for her. And she put her down as a walker, and, she was strong enough to do that, so good decision for her there as well. But, her deciding to stay at the CDC and just kind of commit suicide there, that was very kind of real for me, and that scene, I don't know, a lot of people hated it. I'm one of those where I'm like, I get it. She just lost her sister. She doesn't have much of anything else to live for anyway. It makes sense that she would want to stay at the CDC and just kind of die there. And it makes sense because she doesn't want to be torn apart by drooling freaks, as she says to Dale. Look what happens in season 3 with Milton. It makes sense. It honestly makes sense. I can't not defend her for her wanting to stay there. Now, committing suicide at, the CDC, maybe that's not the right way to go. I'm just saying that I think it made sense at that moment for her to decide that. Dale staying with her is what pushed her kind of to just keep going. She was mad at him pretty much for the rest of the time Dale was on the show. Now, he kept the gun from her as well in season 2. Here's the thing. He kept the gun from her, and then she wasn't able to defend herself when a walker came up to her and attacked her, and then Maggie had to save her with the bat as she rode in on horseback. If you guys remember that. So, honestly, I mean, it's not a terrible idea for Dale to just keep the gun from her for a little bit. She was mad at him, but, at the same time, Andrea, you did just try to blow yourself up pretty much. So, makes sense that Dale would just kind of keep the gun away from her for now. He gives the gun to her, and basically she, she just keeps it, but she's mad at him for the entire time. Now, Andrea being mad at Dale for me is something where I'm like, okay, but after a while, you probably should just let him, be, he was trying to protect you. He cares about you. Why can't you just accept that, That is something for me right there where Andrea was a little bit, too rough on Dale, I think. After a while, it's like, Andrea, okay, chill out. Dale is just trying to be there for you. He's just, and Dale's like the most innocent person on the farm, that's just my opinion. So I have to say, Andrea holding a grudge towards Dale for the rest of his time on the show, yeah, that's a bad decision for Andrea. That's her first bad decision, in my opinion. The other thing is, too, though, is that I do really hate when she shoots Daryl. Let's be honest here. When she shot Daryl, I was like, what are you doing? Honestly. She's lucky she didn't kill Daryl, because then I would hate her. But, Daryl told her, though, he's like, you're trying to protect the group. We're good. Hey, if you shoot me again, you best pray I'm dead. You guys remember that? It makes sense that Daryl would be a little mad, but honestly, he was pretty chill about it at the same time, too. Andrea shooting Daryl like that, she should have just let Rick and Shane and Glenn and T-Dog, the ones that ran to whatever was coming to camp, and it's like, why not just let them deal with it? Rick already has a gun on the zombie coming towards camp, it's like, and then all of a sudden Daryl just gets shot in the head by her, it's like, honestly, it's things like this, I'm just like, okay, really, I don't know, I think she really should, sure, let her be on watch, but don't pull the trigger when Rick already has a gun in front of this zombie anyway. They can deal with one zombie. They've dealt with, like a couple hundred on the highway. I'm sure they're fine, That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, Andrea shooting Daryl, really another, really bad decision for me. Now, Andrea, I have to give her points for calling Lori out on, she'll get a son, a baby, a husband, and a boyfriend. Love that. Love that scene. Have to give her a good decision on that for calling Lori out when Lori is, acting like Andrea is, just useless to them. If you guys remember that as well. So, yeah. Now, the other thing is that I think she's very useful in the farm storyline. She takes out the walkers in the barn with everybody. She does a lot of good stuff. She really helps around. She defends camp. So, I'm going to give her all, a lot of points just for that, to be honest. Now, Season 2 finale, she is left behind. And, they don't try to find her, pretty much. So, she runs into Michonne, and, of course, very safe to be with Michonne in the, in the apocalypse. And yeah, she once Andrew was Michonne, you're safe with Michonne. I think anybody'd be safe with Michonne. But, once she entered Woodbury, of course, she kind of started to have feelings for the governor and stuff like that. And this is, honestly, I can't blame her with this either. The thing is that the governor hides who he is very well at the beginning. Let's be honest. He hides who he really is very well. It's a twist in the episode when you see the governor shoot down all those military people. Andrea would have never guessed that. And her sleeping with the governor, I'm not going to blame her for it, to be honest. Now, here's when I will blame her, though. Her finding out Rick and the others are alive and going to the prison, but not staying there. I get it, they didn't treat her right, but you're really going to go back to Woodbury just to sleep with the governor again, and full well you're not going to be able to kill him. Bad decision on Andrea's part to leave the prison again and go back to Woodbury after she visits the prison. She should have stayed at the prison. She would have been safer there. And what could the governor really do about it anyway? I don't know. That's all I'm saying. So, and the governor even told Andrea, he's like, Andrea, you go to that prison. Stay there, So, I don't know, that's just my opinion. I think that maybe she should have taken the governor's advice. Go to that prison, just stay there, But yeah, so Andrea tries to get Rick and the governor to meet, and it doesn't work, basically. They can't come to terms with anything. And basically, they just leave, and Andrea tries to get the governor and Rick to just meet face to face. It doesn't really go anywhere, and that's that, pretty much. Now, once she finds out what the governor's about to do with Michonne and the deal and all this stuff, she tries to run away, and she doesn't, she gets to the prison, but of course she's captured and brought back. And it's just one of those things for me where it's like, she gets captured right before Rick sees her, at the prison, and it's like, honestly, why didn't you just stay at the prison the first time you showed up? Like, honestly, it's so stupid. And then, of course, she's in the chair, and it's like, I'd feel bad for her, but at the same time, I'm like, you had your chance to stay at the prison, you know? And she's in the chair and stuff like that, and then, of course, Milton kills her and blah, 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 and, you know, all that stuff. So, and I thought her death scene was... for the character, it wasn't the best, to be honest. So, here's the one thing I'll say. Good decisions, you know, defending the group, helping the group out the farm, defending herself right away, at the beginning of the apocalypse, using guns, all this stuff. She was tough at the beginning, and staying at the CDC, I can't blame her, and sleeping with the governor, can't blame her as well, because she didn't really know who he was. Now, bad decisions, still deciding to go back to Woodbury, and after you visit your friends at the prison, and just so you can kill the governor in his sleep, even though she doesn't do it. Really? Like, honestly, you know full well. Like, anyway, I'm sorry, but that was ridiculous. Then, also at the same time, shooting Daryl, and also, I feel like there was another one. Her holding a grudge against Dale. Those were some bad decisions for me. I don't know why. I just can't stand that. But yeah, that's my opinion. You know, I think she's a good character. I really do like her character. There are things that annoy me about her character, but I think I like her a lot more than a lot of people do. A lot of people just hate her. I don't hate her. I just don't love her character at the same time, you know? So yeah, anyway, that's my opinion. So, write your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about Andrea's character? Do you like her? Do you hate her? Somewhere in the middle like me? I'm like in the middle, you know? But yeah, anyway, write your comments in the comment section below. If you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. What good and bad video do you guys want to see the video for next week? Write that down in the comment section below. I'm excited to see what you guys want to see for next week. And of course, first come, first serve type of deal, right? The first one that comments is going to be the one that gets the video done for them next week. So yeah, write your comments in the comment section below. If you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dance Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys, and I will catch you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?